We just woke up.
Leland is in his jammies and so happy.
Today we are just gonna be staying home and cleaning the house and hopefully give you some inspiration to clean your house.
It's baby Leland.
He's only happy when he sees himself in the camera, not me.
There he is. Oh, let's get to cleaning. Let's get to cleaning, Bubby.
And then I actually grab Leland's blanket and I play some peekaboo with him just to keep him happy. Leland loves it when I run the sweeper. He is actually very intrigued and curious about the sweeper, so it works perfect. I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to sweep the entire room. But first off, I'm just gonna be starting by cleaning off the countertop. I noticed that the Coke box was empty, so I had to double check in the fridge to make sure that we still had Coke for dinner tonight. Little Leland is still down for his nap, so that was great to get some stuff done.
Toodles.
What's up? Welcome back to our channel. We just woke up.
Leland is in his jammies and so happy.
And I threw some clothes on, just some jeans and a t-shirt. But yeah, today we are just gonna be staying home and cleaning the house. So this is gonna be a new video for my channel, but it's called a Power Hour Clean with me. Basically, I'm just gonna clean my house for about an hour. Yes. And then I'll do like a little voiceover and just kind of tell you guys my process and what I'm doing, and hopefully give you some inspiration to clean your house. I love watching videos like this. I've just never done one.
It's baby Leland.
He's only happy when he sees himself in the camera, not me.
There he is. Oh.
But let me know in the comments down below if you guys enjoyed this video or if it's something that you want to see more of. But without further ado,
Leland, let's get to cleaning. Let's get to cleaning, Bubby. You're gonna help me? Alright, let's go.
Alright, so this is our starting point in the living room. This is our normal mess that we have. So I've just started out by having Leland on the floor to play with some of his toys while I go ahead and straighten up all of the cushions, and I just go ahead and pick up all of the junk that we have laying around just from watching TV and bringing snacks in the living room and whatnot. And as you can see, Leland's looking for me. Every time that I leave the room, he's like, all right, Mom, where'd you go? Don't leave me. So as you can imagine, it makes cleaning a little more difficult at times, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I love that he loves to be held and loves to be cuddled, but at the same time, Mama's gonna clean up the house sometimes. Leland actually did pretty good today though. Every once in a while I have to baby wear him to get anything done, but as you can see, I'm folding up the blankets and straightening all of the cushions up and checking to make sure that there's nothing inside of our couch because it's really easy to lose things in it. But yeah, I'm just folding up the blankets, putting them in the basket, and then I actually grab Leland's blanket and I play some peekaboo with him just to keep him happy and content, because I don't think that there's any reason that I should make him cry just to get a clean house. So I try and make it as chill as possible for both of us. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and fold Leland's blanket up and sit it on the couch, pick up his toys and transfer them to the little house that we kind of use as a toy box if you can't tell. I'm just going to straighten up the ottoman and take the snacks into the kitchen and hope that Leland doesn't cry too much while I'm gone. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the blanket up and the rest of the toys. I'm going to go ahead and take his clothes out to his dirty clothes basket. And then I'm going to come right back. He did pretty well when I was gone that time. He's still playing with his toys. I'm just going to straighten everything else up that I see, pick up the other toys so that I can sweep. And I'm going to go and grab the sweeper. And Leland is not happy about it. But now I'm back and I'm going to go ahead and start sweeping the floor. Leland actually loves it when I run the sweeper sweeper, so I'm going to go ahead and sit him up there with a few of his blocks and straighten them up because he likes to mess them up. And then, yeah, as you can see, he loves just watching me sweep the floor. He is actually very intrigued and curious about the sweeper, so it works perfect that I don't have to worry about him crying while I run it. And I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but I love having lines in my carpet, so sweeping is so satisfying to me. Then I'm going to go ahead and continue to sweep around the ottoman. I'm not moving it all the way out because we just did that the other day and I know there's not really anything under it, but that pretty much concludes everything for the living room portion. Now we have a nice and relaxing living room that's all cleaned up, all the toys are up, and I have lines in my carpet again. Leland did so good, and I'm actually going to go ahead and nurse him really quick before we move on to the dining room. Alright, now that I nursed Leland, this is the damage in the dining room. It's looking pretty rough. So I'm just going to go ahead and start out by picking everything up off of the floor, especially over here in this corner where we change Leland's diaper a lot. I'm going to go ahead and straighten that up and pick up his diapers, dirty clothes, wipes, things like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and move to the table, and we always have a lot of paperwork and things like that on our table because with Jacob's job, he just always has a ton of papers, you know, selling insurance and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and straighten up the chairs and take all of his papers into the kitchen so that he can sort them later. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab all of the dirty clothes and put those up. Next, I'm going to go ahead and pick up Jacob's drone and just kind of situate that over here because he's going to need that here in a bit. And then I'm just going to go ahead and clean off the table. Again, like I said, just picking up everything. I'm trying to keep Leland content in his little bouncer. He's actually doing pretty good, but he is a little fussy. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean up everything off the floor that I see and then start to sweep. And usually when we sweep, we pull out every single chair out from under the table and make sure we get under the table really well. But we actually just did that a few days ago, so I'm just going to go ahead and be sweeping like the main floor that we walk on and get crumbs all over. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to sweep the entire room while Leland is in his jumper. And again, like I said, he loves the vacuum, so he's not fussing at all right now until I shut the sweeper off, and then he's ready to come out of that jumper and just be in my arms. So I'm going to go ahead and grab him real quick, and then I'll show you guys a quick pan of the room. So here we have the finished result, and it's actually Leland's nap time, so I'm going to go ahead and rock him to sleep so I can get started on the kitchen. Alright, I successfully transferred Leland to the bed to finish up his nap, and I'm going to go ahead and get started on cleaning this horribly messy kitchen. Alright, so first off, I'm just going to be starting by cleaning off the countertops. As you just saw, I took a box out. We still have boxes on the countertop from when we redid our backsplash tile, which was last week. I know I mentioned that in the last video, so I will go ahead and link that up here if you guys want to go check that out and hear a major life update. But anyway, like I said, I'm just going to be clearing off our countertops. They're extremely messy right now. I'm going to go ahead and put our snacks back in the pantry, and I'm actually going to go ahead and water the dog really quickly. And actually, after I gave Bailey some water, I noticed that the Coke box was empty, so I had to double check in the fridge to make sure that we still had Coke for dinner tonight. No shame. Do not worry though, we are all set for dinner. We have enough Coke for a couple days yet, so I was excited to see that. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this box in the dining room. It's actually Jacob's for work. He always gets random boxes full of papers, so I always just have to give them to him. I'm not sure what to do with them. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and fill up my water and take a little breather and chat with Jacob. He actually got home a little bit early from work today, but he had to continue to work on his computer and get emails and calls and things like that done. So that is what he's doing. He's getting some coffee to fuel up for that while I clean up the counters. And like I said, I'm just using Clorox wipe. We have way too many of them, so I like to use them whenever I can. And I'm just cleaning off the stove and the countertops with that, just making sure not to brush it all on the ground so I don't have to sweep again. I just swept and mopped the floors just a couple days ago, so I'm actually not going to be doing that today. I'm going to go ahead and transfer the cookies into one bag instead of two. I had to make some cookies for a Foster dinner that we had at our church just a couple days ago, and we have extras, so Jacob was excited about that. But yeah, I'm just going to finish cleaning off this side of the counter, and again, I'm just being very careful not to get it all over the floor and throwing those away. Jacob is actually telling me a funny story that happened today at work, so he is very distracting and making me laugh. but as you can see, Bailey is following me underneath the cupboard, so if I drop any crumbs, she is my little built-in sweeper, so I don't have to sweep the floors today. But yeah, I moved my coffee out of the way. Jacob was nice enough to brew me some as well when he made himself some, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and put the Clorox wipes back under the sink and finish off the stove where I saw a few streaks were left over. And then we actually had a leftover biscuit sitting on the right side of the counter from dinner the other night, so I offered that to Jacob, but he passed. So I went ahead and put that up in the cupboard, and then I'm just cleaning up over here behind the camera. We actually have a little coffee or bistro set that we got at IKEA a couple years ago, so we tend to keep a lot of junk on that little table, and we're trying to get out of that habit, but it's so easy. Just with the puppies being in the mudroom, we can't really sit anything down there. So yeah, it just becomes kind of a little catch-all table, and like I said, we're trying to get out of that habit, but that is what I am currently working on. We even have some of our shoes sitting there just because, again, like I said, the puppies are taking over the mudroom, and I don't feel comfortable letting them chew on our shoes, so we kind of avoid that whole situation by just keeping them in our kitchen. So now I'm going to go ahead and start working on this mini side counter that we use a lot by our fridge. Again, a lot of this junk on our countertop is from redoing our tile backsplash. We have those boxes of tile and the sticky paper and wrenches and screwdrivers and nails and everything in between. So I am actually just making a pile in our dining room of things that need to go back to Menards, and I'm also making a pile of things that Jacob needs to take out to our barn, so like all of his tools and things like that, and I actually have to double check and make sure I'm not throwing anything away that he still needs, so I go ahead and ask him, you know, is this important? Do you need it? No? Okay. But yeah, so I'm making those piles, and then I go ahead and start going through the paperwork that's on our little toaster oven, but again, a lot of these papers are Jacob's, and I don't know what he needs, so I compromise. Instead of throwing them away, I just stack them in a nice neat little pile so that he can go through them later and decide what he needs and what he doesn't need. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and clean off this countertop. So after I go ahead and clean the countertop off, again, I'm careful not to drop crumbs, even though Bailey's dying to get some, and then I go ahead and tie the trash off to take out. After that, I go ahead and put the Clorox wipes back under the sink, and that is all for the kitchen. All right, and then here is the satisfying end result of our clean kitchen. I am so excited to be able to see our countertops again. And then next we have our bathroom, which we are really good at sitting things all over. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started by putting our brushes and toothpaste up, putting our dirty clothes in a pile, and oh, actually, forgot to put deodorant on apparently before I started. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put everything off of the countertops into the drawers. I'm really bad about leaving my hot tools out, so I need to start getting in the habit of putting those up daily. And then again, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean off the counter, straighten everything up. I'm gonna grab the shoes that Jacob left on the floor, and I'm gonna take the dirty clothes down to the dirty clothes basket. All right, and then this is what our bathroom is supposed to look like on a daily basis. All right, guys, that is all I'm cleaning for today. My hubby is home. He's finishing up some work stuff, and then we are gonna hang out. Little Leland is still down for his nap, so that was great to get some stuff done. But yeah, that's all we have for today. If you guys wanna watch more of our videos, then go ahead and hit this video right here or this video right here, and make sure, if you're not already, subscribe to our channel. And as Jacob says, toodles.